Today on Another World.
I don't care what you think. And what happens between Rick and me is our affair.
Affair? That's very appropriate.
Oh, come on, kid, enough.
Just what do you think you're doing with my brother's life?
They found your mother.
Hey, that's great. Where was she found?
Jerry. They found her body in a field just outside of the town where her car was discovered.
And now, you know, Corey has invited me to stay at his house until I recuperate.
That is what you wanted. And you wanted to get close to the guy and then get close to his money.
I don't know, Melissa. I mean, I can't exactly walk up to the guy and say, oh, by the way, I'm your son.
Maybe you could just get to know him a little better and then make a commitment.
That's kind of the way I had it figured.
You know, get to know the lay of the land a little bit. You're good at that.
The best.
And now, the continuing story of Another World.
Anyway, I think that this intimate area here should be kept far enough away from the bar so that the intimate seating doesn't get in the way of the dancing. What do you think? I think it should work.
I think it should, too. Yeah, it's the best solution so far.
Good.
You've got quite an eye for interior decoration, Blaine.
Oh, I thank you, Jason.
You're a woman with many talents.
It's very nice of you to say.
That's true. I think Jordan was right. We will make a good team. By the way, did you talk to Jordan about hiring a young bartender?
Yes, I did. He doesn't think you'll have any trouble finding someone.
Well, that's good. It can make all the difference in the world getting the right guy.
Excuse me. Hi, can I help you?
I'm Melissa Needham. I'm here to see Jason Dunlop.
Honey, this place is a mess. When are you going to get some help?
I'm trying, okay? Just do it.
Well, my place is taking shape pretty well.
Yeah, you're really looking forward to your beauty shop, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
So when are you going to be able to start taking customers?
About a week, I hope.
Well, that was fast.
Well, I had a lot of help. Joey and Lee and Larry and Clarice.
What is it?
Larry and Clarice.
What's happened to them?
Well, they seem to be having real problems.
I've always thought of them as a perfect couple.
I used to.
Well, what could be wrong? I mean, they're absolutely thrilled with their new house and everything.
Oh, no, that house has always been a sore point with Clarice.
Well, how could it be? It's got to be more comfortable than her apartment was.
Yeah, well, Clarice is very practical, you know. She never did think they could afford a house. And she hated having to borrow money from Jordan Scott for the down payment. Now, Larry has been forced to resign from the police department, and he's taken a job with Jordan Scott.
I had no idea all this was going on. How's
Yeah.
Clarice holding
well,
up?
Well, not too terrific. She told Larry that he had to choose between her and Jordan.
Oh, poor Clarice. Nothing like this should happen to her.
No, to anybody. How's Jamie doing?
Oh, he's
Thanks.
fine. And then, here's that guy, you know, who saved Jamie's life.
Oh, yeah, Sandy Alexander.
Mm-hmm. He's going to be staying here in the house while he's recuperating.
Hey, good morning. What are you doing home?
No, said any way to greet your roommate.
Well, I'm just surprised, that's all.
Well, the seminar broke real early, and I decided there's no point in hanging around.
Oh, I see.
Marianne, is something wrong?
Oh, no.
Melissa, welcome to Bay City.
Jason.
How was your flight?
Oh, perfect. This is very nice.
And it's getting nicer every day, mainly due to Blaine here. Oh, excuse me. I haven't formally introduced you. Blaine Ewing, Melissa Needham. This is the lady who's going to help us out with the escort service. Organize it and set it up.
Oh, welcome to Bay City, Melissa.
Oh, thank you. I'm looking forward to working with you.
Well, actually, Jason will be running that operation. I won't be having anything to do with it.
Oh, that's too bad. Might have been interesting.
You two will still be crossing paths. This club is not so big.
Oh, good. I hope we cross paths a lot.
Well, we'll see. Excuse me.
Melissa, I've arranged for you to stay at the arena in one of the guest rooms.
Great. I hear they're really nice. As a matter of fact, I have heard nothing but good things about the arena.
Well, at least half the credit for that has to go to Blaine.
Oh, really?
She was Jordan Scott's right-hand lady.
What?
Oh, well, she did such a good job that she's been sent over here to get this place off the ground. Isn't that right, Blaine?
Oh, that's what Jordan says. And Jess Cooper.
Yeah. Melissa, you are more than welcome to stay at the arena for as long as you like. But don't feel obligated, please. If there's too much hustle and bustle, we will find other accommodations for you. But I just thought the arena would be a good base for you, convenient right now.
No, really, that's fine. I don't anticipate looking for anything. I mean, at least not yet.
Good. So, would you like to take a look around the club, familiarize yourself with it?
Maybe just a little bit later, Jason. I know that I just got here, but I kind of have a few little errands that I'd like to run before we settle down into work.
Yes, of course. That'll be fine. Oh, listen.
Yeah.
Do you want to use my car? And you won't have to bother with cabs and that way.
Oh, that would be terrific. Thank you.
Well, you tell Mark in the parking lot that I said it was okay. He'll give you my keys.
Okay. I'll see you in a couple of hours.
Fine.
Oh, wait. I almost forgot. Ilsa asked me to send you her best regards. She also asked me to tell you again how really sorry she was about Tracy Merrill's death.
Yeah. I'll catch you later.
Well, I hate to break up the party, but I gotta get going.
Yeah, well, I guess you spent enough time here. Are you sure you won't stay for a cup of coffee?
No, I'm gonna be late as it is.
Hey, Rick, I'll see you later at the hospital. We can talk.
Are you working the afternoon shift?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll see you on your dinner break?
Mm-hmm.
Glad you're back, kid.
Gonna tell me what's going on? What do you mean, what's going on?
I think you know what I mean.
I think that's between Rick and me, don't you?
No, I don't.
Well, it is, Kit.
Look, that is not good enough, Marianne. I want an explanation.
I think you have a pretty good idea of what went on. There really is nothing for me to say.
I asked for an explanation. I can tell what happened. I want to know why.
I don't owe anyone an explanation for what I do.
You're wrong, Marianne. You owe me. If you're the person I think you are.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means that I thought you were someone who wouldn't hurt someone else intentionally.
Meaning Rick. I think we better drop this conversation right now.
And I don't think I want to.
Well, I do. How was your trip?
Oh, my trip was fine. Yeah, but I don't think we have to discuss that right now, all right? I don't want to at all.
Okay, whatever you want.
I don't believe this.
Look, Kit, this is none, may I repeat, none of your business.
You know, I've been gone a week. And before I left, you told me that you and Rick were just good friends. And that you didn't want to do anything, including visiting him when he was sick, to encourage your feelings toward him. And I come back and I find my brother walking out of your bedroom.
Well, sometimes things change.
In a week? I don't think so.
I don't care what you think. And what happens between Rick and me is our affair.
Affair? That's very appropriate.
Oh, come on, Kit, enough.
Just one question, Marianne. Just what do you think you're doing with my brother's life?
But Mac feels it's the right thing to do, so I'll make it work.
Jamie's fine?
Oh, yes, he's fine. Matter of fact, Mac has sent him away for a couple of weeks on a combination business pleasure trip.
Oh, that's good. He's been working too hard lately.
But did you know that Cecile was going with him?
No, I didn't know that Cecile was going with him.
Yes, that's the only part of the trip that I object to. I can't believe Jamie would be that blind.
Well, maybe you should try to see it his way.
I don't see there's any point to see it his way. Seeing everything through rose-colored glasses.
Oh, it's no news that you don't like her.
So I'm supposed to be absolutely thrilled that he's going to make the same mistake all over again?
Well, look, I'm not too thrilled about it either, but, you know, you can't forbid him to see her. Jamie's an adult.
Yeah, well, when it comes to Cecile, I wonder.
You sound just like a mother.
Yeah. That's what Max says.
Mac's right.
Well, when Jamie comes back from this trip, we're going to sit down and we're going to have a very serious talk.
You mean you're going to sit down and you're going to tell him how to live his life?
No, I'm just going to point out that this woman is manipulating him.
Oh, look. If Jamie wants to, he can find out her faults in his own time. You don't have to tell him.
I can't help it.
Look, honey, this is going to make trouble between you
I'm
and Jamie.
sure it is,
believe
but
me.
I can't stand there and watch him continue this relationship and not tell him how I feel.
You're wrong.
Look, I'm not going to come across like some emotional mother. I'm just going to sit down and have a talk with him.
Oh, and how are you planning on having this little talk?
Well, I'm going to point out how I feel about this girl, and he can assess the information I've given him, and then he can make up his very own mind. You gonna keep your nose in that bowl, or you got a few minutes for an old friend?
Man, are you a sight for sore eyes.
Oh, I don't know, Sandy. Look at you. I leave you alone for a little while, you wind up back in the hospital.
Yeah, well, at least this was an accident at work. I didn't get beat up because I wasn't doing what I was told, and I think I'm gonna heal all the way from this one.
Yeah, I think you will. You're looking real healthy.
Well, I've been working outdoors a lot, and I feel a lot better about myself since I left Vegas.
Yeah, it shows. I mean, even if you are in the hospital.
Yeah, well, it won't be for long.
You know, I was kind of thinking, this might not be such a bad place for you after all.
What are you talking about?
Ilsa's got her people looking for you.
Yeah, well, I kind of imagined that she'd do something like that.
Oh, you kind of imagined it, huh?
I guess she was pretty upset when I split.
A little upset. Well, to say the least. She was really mad, boy, when she found out that the book was missing. No. Mad's not the word. I mean, mad does not do Ilsa justice. She was on the verge of hysteria.
Hysteria, huh? Well, I just wonder how she likes the feeling someone is controlling her future, or could if he wanted to.
Well, judging from her reactions, she doesn't like it at all.
Good. It'll make her a little more sympathetic to my cause.
Yeah, that's highly unlikely. No, I'm afraid that the word sympathetic is not in Ilsa's vocabulary. She's after you, Sandy.
Well, I don't think she'll find me here in Bay City.
No, don't you count on it. I mean, she's got a lot of contacts here, including those guys that I work for, Jason Dunlap and Jordan Scott. No, you gotta know that they are very close to Ilsa.
Yeah, well, I'll be careful.
No, you be better than careful. Be paranoid.
Okay. Listen, you be careful, too. You know, I've met that sleaze Dunlap in Vegas. He's Tracy's manager. Say, you know, that reminds me, I was supposed to look up Tracy when I got here. I should do that.
You don't know what happened, huh?
What?
Tracy Merrill was killed the day after you left Vegas.
No, I didn't know. So how did it happen?
Well, her husband was coming to see her last show at the Pyramid, and She was going out to the airport to meet him in a rented limo. Some reason, car blew up.
The car blew up. Not spontaneous combustion, I take it.
I don't know. I'm just telling you what I heard.
The cold hand of Ilsa Fredericks.
I don't think so.
Oh, come on. Who else arranges such things, Melissa? And like I said, I saw that guy Dunlap in her office.
No, I think you're wrong on that one. Word is he was in love with her.
Oh, well, I can understand that. She was quite a lady. You know, it's because of Tracy that I came to Bay City. Try and find my father.
I want a personal opinion from you, Brian. Do you think this is a good investment?
Well, if it were to continue under the present management, I have to say no. But with the infusion of new blood, a younger, fresher masthead, yes, definitely. Those circulation figures can be turned around.
I'd sure like to give it a try.
Well, you've never been the one to turn down a challenge, have you, Mac?
No, I guess not. But I've got in mind a couple of people I think would find very exciting to try to get the ledger back on its feet again.
Well, you seem very committed to the idea.
Oh, I am. I'm very happy you could work this out for me.
Well, thank you. So am I. Oh, excuse me.
Sure.
Yes, Nellie? Oh, sure. Put him on. Hello, Sergeant. Oh, I'm fine, thank you. What can I do for you? Yes? What? Oh, no. Where was the body found? No. I'll tell her son, Sergeant. I see. Yes, I understand. And thank you for calling me first. Goodbye.
Margo Grove? She's dead?
They, found her in a field outside of Carbondale.
Do they know the cause of death?
No, but they're going to perform an autopsy immediately.
I don't know what's going on in this world. That poor woman never did anybody any harm, and here she's...
I know.
Sorry, Brian. You've got a tough job in front of you now.
Oh, Mac, how am I going to tell that boy?
It's going to be very hard on Jerry, isn't it?
Yes, it is. He has no other family, just he and Margo.
He has you. Your friendship means a great deal to him.
I hope it will, but it's not as if I were family. That's different.
Yes, you're right, it is. Just lately, I've been made aware of how hard it is on young people to have to go through a difficult time without a family to turn to.
I'm asking you, Marianne, just what do you think you're doing?
As I said before, I really don't think that it's any of your business.
None of my business. This is my brother we're talking about.
Your brother happens to be a big boy, Kit.
Did you level with him about your feelings about him?
You're acting like we got married.
And tell me how Rick feels about the relationship now.
I don't know. I didn't ask him. But don't you think this is what he wanted to have happen too?
That's not my question. I want to know what brought about your change of heart.
Nothing is written in stone, Kit. People are allowed to change their minds.
So you're telling me that you've changed your mind about Rick?
Well, I obviously have, as you have so clearly pointed out.
And just how have you changed your mind? I mean, Marianne, I don't buy it. I think you're playing games.
I really don't care if you buy it or not. And I really don't understand why you're being so self-righteous.
Now, what is that supposed to mean?
Oh, come off it, Kit. Don't play innocent with me. You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
All those conversations you and I had about Jerry, about how you didn't want to get involved again and Jerry was just a good friend. And then all of a sudden you're seeing him all the time. And I can tell just by looking at you that you're more than just friends. A lot more. Now, I want you to tell me why this is so different.
It's different because you don't really love Rick and you're going to hurt him.
Why does love have to enter this conversation?
Because that's the way he feels about you.
He said that once to me under very unusual circumstances.
Oh, come on, don't
Kid, he had a high fever. He was in a hospital with nothing else to do but think about our relationship.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Come on, I don't believe this. This guy cares about you.
Okay, Kit, look, this has gone far enough. Now, I haven't heard Rick complaining.
Well, maybe he would complain if he knew you were in love with somebody else.
Things change, Kit.
So you're saying that you don't love Jamie anymore? Right. And maybe something's happened between you and Jamie? Right. So Rick's around, you know, good old reliable Rick provides a little comfort.
It's none of your business, Kit.
Well, I'm making it my business.
Well, I really wish you wouldn't. Rick seems to be very happy with our relationship. Why should it make any difference to you?
I'm not sure. But I am going to go over to the hospital and have a little talk with him so he knows exactly what he's getting into.
Yeah, Brian, you wanted to see me?
Yes, Jerry. I want to talk to you. I just received a call from the sergeant. And they found your mother.
Hey, that's great. Where was she found?
Jerry. Her body was found. Now, I don't have all the particulars right now, but they're going to perform an autopsy. You see, apparently they found her body in a field just outside of the town where her car was discovered.
Carbondale. I don't know why this is coming as such a shock to me. I mean, I've known all along that she was dead.
It's still a shock. Until you were told otherwise, you still had hope that she was alive. She was just off visiting friends.
Oh, God. Look, I'm sorry. I don't mean to.
Look, no apologies.
But I knew. I knew that she was dead. I was ready to hear it.
Still, can't ever be ready to hear something like this.
God, why? Why, Brian?
I don't know, Jerry.
She was leaving Bay City for good. She wasn't gonna hurt anybody.
Just take it easy.
I swear to you, Brian, Jordan Scott's gonna pay for this. I'm gonna see him pay for this if it's the last thing that I ever do.
So, Cecile let you know that she and Jamie were going out of town for a couple of weeks?
Yes, she told me.
Did she ask you to take over for her?
Yes, Max, she did. It's no problem, really. In fact, I'm looking forward to it.
Good. If you do feel, though, that covering both jobs is too much for you, would you please let me know? No trouble to get in some extra help, you know.
I think I'll be fine.
I'm sure you will. But I just don't want to see you trying to do more than you should. Is that understood?
Appreciate your concern, Mac, but you don't have to worry. My life is under control now.
That's very obvious. I think you've done just a terrific job. I just want you to feel comfortable in your work situation here.
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, if I begin to feel that I'm going to drown, I'll call for help.
Good.
Is that all right?
All right, perfectly all right.
Oh, there's one thing, Mac. It's a question I have about budget.
Shoot.
Do you remember the man from San Francisco, the writer, Ron Cecile?
Yeah, I remember his work.
Well, he wants $1,000 more than he was paid for the last article he did for Bravo.
What do you think?
I think he's worth it.
Well, then you give it to him.
Okay.
Excuse me. Phillip, hello.
Hi. Am I interrupting anything?
Not at all. Please come in.
Hi. How good to see you.
Thank you. It's good to see you too, Phillip.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, Phillip. I have a business proposition I want to discuss with you.
Well, what's he like?
Seems like a real straight guy.
And he's pretty rich, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I guess he is.
Well, you actually talked to him?
Only for a minute or two.
How'd you meet him?
Well, I was working on the docks, and Corey's stepson was down there checking some things out. Anyway, this piece of machinery was about to hit him, so I rushed over and knocked him out of the way, and now this Corey guy thinks I saved his son's life.
Well, it sounds like you did. I mean, and it's sure one good way to get the guy to notice you.
Oh, darling, it was just reflex.
Oh.
It all happened in just a couple of seconds.
Yeah, sure.
No, it was, I mean.
No.
And now, you know, Corey has invited me to stay at his house until I recuperate, and I don't know, it's real strange.
Yeah, but that is what you wanted. And you wanted to get close to the guy and then get close to his money.
Well, that's what I thought before I met the guy. Now I'm not so sure the money's all that important.
Oh, the money is not that important, huh? Money is the only thing that's going to save your skin right now. Okay, and knowing that, are you going to call that guy and tell him that you're his son?
I don't know, Melissa. I mean, I can't exactly walk up to the guy and say, oh, by the way, I'm your son.
Yeah, well, I guess you can't, but maybe you could just get to know him a little better and then make a commitment.
And that's kind of the way I had it figured.
You know, get to know the lay of the land a little bit. You good at that?
The best.
All right.
Dr. Matthews, this is my friend Melissa.
Doctor?
Hello, Melissa. Are you up to filling out your discharge papers, you think?
Hey, I'm more than ready. I'm really itching to get out of this place.
Oh, that's gratitude. Real gratitude. Yeah.
No offense, Doctor. It's just that, well, staying in the hospital kind of cramps my style, if you know what I mean.
Well, if you're going to discuss business, excuse me.
Please promise me you'll let me know if you need some help running Bravo.
I'll promise.
Pat,
Yeah.
will it be okay if I stop in your office later?
Yeah, sure. See you later.
I've never seen Pat look so together.
I agree. It's reflected in her work, too.
I'm really pleased to hear that, Mac.
You like her a lot, don't you?
Yes, I do. Listen, I've gotten a very mysterious telephone call from you this morning.
I'm sorry. Please sit down. I didn't mean to be mysterious about it. It's just that it's very important to me. I didn't want to go into it over the phone with you. Oh, incidentally, I don't want to go public with this at all till a few more details are straightened out.
Well, what's it all about?
Well, Phillip, I've just purchased the Daily Ledger.
What?
Yes.
Really? What a surprise. It's terrific. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm not sure that it's the best investment. Circulation's been going down. But I believe that paper can be turned around, providing I can find the right kind of people to run it.
I agree with you there, Mike. And I'm glad you bought it, because I think it's very important that this city has more than one newspaper.
I agree with you.
And knowing you, we're going to see some good journalism showing up in the Ledger. Really, it was a good paper at one time. There's no reason why it can't be again.
I agree, which is why I want to talk to you about it. Phillip, I want to ask you to consider accepting the position of editor.
That's direct.
I think you'd be very good for this paper. It needs new blood, vitality. And Phillip, you've got that quality, that energy that the paper needs to turn it around and get the circulation back up where it should be.
Well, I'm going to have to give it some thought, Mac. Really, I didn't expect this kind of an offer when I came here. You know, you'll be throwing a lot of responsibility at me.
Believe me, I wouldn't do it if I didn't know that you could handle it.
A newspaper. That really could be quite some challenge.
It could also be exciting and interesting for you, Phillip.
Yes, I agree with you. Well, thank you. Thank you for your confidence and for your offer. I'll think about it and I'll get back to you.
Take your time. But please, say yes.
My coffee break's over. I gotta go.
Hey, not so fast, brother.
I've got work to do.
Look, I checked the schedule. That's how I found out where you were. Now you have 10 more minutes.
I don't want to talk about Marianne. Right?
No, it's not all right. Would you please sit down? Please?
This is not the time or the place to discuss my personal
Rick,
life.
please. Just sit down and listen.
You are the most persistent, stubborn, busybody. But I will listen to you, if only to get you off my back. But before you say anything, I want to get one thing straight. What Marianne and I have together is our business. We're not asking for your blessing.
Fine. How about my opinion, then?
No.
Rick, I'm not going to just sit back and watch you make a big mistake.
Kit, will you let me run my own life?
Look, I'm your sister. Is it wrong for me to be concerned about you? I mean, I know when our relationship is wrong from the start.
Yeah, and your track record isn't that great.
That's right, which is why I've learned a lot.
And maybe that's what I want to do, from experience.
Rick, you've got to know that Marianne Randolph is...
Jamie Frame, is that what you're going to say? Maybe I know that.
And you just want to get involved with somebody who may never really love you.
I don't want to hear this.
It's the truth.
Well, maybe I don't want to know the truth.
Rick, come on, I don't enjoy this any more than you do.
Well, then why are you doing it?
Because I just don't want you to read into this any more than there really is.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Hi.
Hey, Jerry. Looks like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Hello, Jerry.
If you'd gotten here sooner, maybe then Kit would concentrate on her own problems.
Thanks a lot, Rick.
I know you mean well, however misdirected. Like I said, I wish you'd come 10 minutes early, my man. So my coffee break's over. Gotta get back to work. See you guys later.
I'll talk to you later.
We'll see about that.
Come on, sit down. Hey, you look kind of blue. Were you here about our date tonight?
Yeah. Look, I think I better cancel out.
Now, when you finish those pills that I gave you, get this prescription filled, huh?
Yeah, sure.
There's that. And I don't care how good you feel, take these until they're gone.
Okay, I will, Dr. Matthews.
Here. Ooh, watch it easy. That's no joke now, see? We've talked about the symptoms, but if you notice that they're getting worse or you develop any new symptoms, you call me day or night, huh?
Okay. Listen, what about my arm?
It's going to have to stay taped up for a few more weeks. We'll get you into something more comfortable then.
Something removable, I hope.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that shoulder's going to heal all by itself, but it's the concussion that I'm really worried about.
Well, you know, my head feels pretty good.
Well, that's my point, exactly. See, a head injury like this, it's going to get more uncomfortable as the days pass. These symptoms are going to come and go. You're going to need all the rest you can get, so I want you to get plenty of sleep, you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
All right.
Hello, Doctor.
Hi, Mac.
How's your patient doing?
Well, I don't know. If he follows my instructions, there's well, a chance, that he'll make it.
Well, don't worry. Rachel and I keep a good eye on him. Yes, I must say, you do look a lot better than you did the last time I saw you.
Well, I'm feeling a lot better, too, thanks to Dr. Matthews here.
I'm glad to hear it. Well, Sandy, are you about ready to go home?
And the recipe books just came back from the printers. Pat, they look fantastic.
Good. All we have to do now is sell them.
Oh, wait a minute. I bet we do better than that. I bet it goes into its second printing.
Oh, wouldn't that be wonderful?
You know something? I'll bet we came off a lot better than we planned for the emergency care unit.
I hope so.
It was a great idea.
Not very original, though.
Oh, I don't know about that. I thought some of it was pretty original.
Yeah, well, I tried to make it different.
Oh, you did? I mean, there's one section that I like particularly. Section on curry.
Oh, be careful. All of those are very hot.
But that's just how I like it. So let me proposition you with something, okay? Now listen carefully. Supposing I go out and I buy all the ingredients, I take them to your house, you let me cook it for you?
Oh, sure, that'd be fun.
Then it's a date.
Well...
Pat. Pat, I'm thinking about you all the time, okay?
Thank you, Phillip.
Have you been thinking about me?
Yes, I have been thinking about you.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
In what way?
I don't know how to answer that question.
Look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to corner you that way, okay? I care for you, Pat.
I care for you too, Phillip.
Well, look, I was just wondering. No, let me take that back. I was hoping that we could go out socially, okay? To see if things work.
Oh, no, I don't think I'm ready to take that step yet.
Pat, I can't shake you from my mind. Anyway, let me give you a fair warning. You just might see a lot more of me than you expect, whether you like it or not.
Why is that?
Well, Mac Corey, I had a meeting with him this morning. You were there. He bought the Daily Ledger. He's asked me to be editor.
Editor? Oh, Phillip, that's wonderful. Oh, welcome aboard.
Wait, just a minute. I didn't accept it yet.
Oh, but you will.
I don't know, editor. It's a lot of responsibility.
What? You're afraid of responsibility? Does this conversation sound familiar to you? Isn't this the same argument that you used on me to get me to go back to Brava?
Touché.
Ah, so you're gonna take it or not?
Ah. But there is one very definite advantage of taking that job.
What?
Well, there's one very good reason. I'll be seeing you on a regular basis.
You're standing me up tonight. Is that it, Jerry?
I'm afraid I wouldn't be very good company.
Jerry, what's wrong?
It's my mother, kid. They found her body.
I'm sorry. Is there anything I can do?
No, nothing. There's nothing anyone can do right now.
Oh, I mean, well, there must be something.
No. And look, there's no reason for you to get down to. That's why I want to cancel tonight.
I don't care what kind of company you are. I'm not going to let you be alone tonight.
Can I help you get out of that jacket?
No, I think this is one of those rare situations that are easier to get out of than they were to get into.
Very rare indeed.
Mr. Corey, I don't think this is such a good idea.
What do you mean?
I can't get over the feeling that I'm imposing on you.
Well, you're not. Come on. Oh, sweetheart. Ada.
Oh, hi, Sandy.
Well, I see you know Ada.
I sure do. She made a great dinner for me one night.
That's very easy for me to believe. This is my wife, Rachel. Rachel, this is Sandy Alexander.
It's nice to meet you. We owe you a lot.
Indeed we do. While you're staying with us, I want you to feel that this is your home, and we're your family.
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another World.